Look closely at this paper. It is not just a document from your mailbox. It is 40 years of your sweat. Every early morning, every missed dinner with your children, every sacrifice you ever made. And now, look at the flames licking the edges of your 401k statement. Watch as your family's entire future turns into gray ash right before your eyes. Johnny Harris showed you the Swiss trains. He wanted you to admire the precision, the beauty, the order. But he didn't tell you the truth. He didn't tell you why your American bridges are crumbling, why your currency is bleeding out in the streets, while Switzerland remains an untouchable, gold-plated fortress. This is not an accident. This is stage 6, a controlled demolition of everything you love. They lied to you about the collapse. But today, I am giving you the only key to the vault. Welcome to the Swiss secret. Welcome to your survival. Go to YouTube right now and search for the word Switzerland. What do you see? You see pristine lakes that look like glass. You see mountain peaks that touch the heavens. You see trains that arrive exactly on the second. You see a society that functions like a mechanical watch. Everything is clean. Everything is orderly. Everything is perfect. The comments under those videos are a symphony of American pain. I live in San Francisco, and this looks like a different planet. I am 65 years old, and I have watched my neighborhood turn into a war zone while these people live in paradise. We are a third world country, wearing a Gucci belt. These comments, they are viral for a reason. They reflect a deep and painful truth that every American over 60 feels in their bones. You feel it when you look at your crumbling bridges. You feel it when you walk down a street that smells of decay. You feel it when you see the chaos in your own cities. But here is the secret, that the mainstream creators, the ones with the million-dollar cameras and the soothing voices, will never tell you. The precision you admire is a distraction. Johnny Harris showed you the surface. He wanted you to look at those beautiful, shiny trains gliding through the mountains. He wanted you to think, why can't we have this? He called it engineered success. He was right about one thing. It is engineered. But it was not engineered for you. Switzerland is not just a country. It is a bunker, a sovereign safe room built for the very people who are currently orchestrating the stage 6 collapse of your economy. Think about the math, Richard. America is $34 trillion in debt. Every single second, that number grows by tens of thousands of dollars. Our infrastructure is a relic of the past. Our borders are open. Our currency has lost 95% of its value since the Fed was created. And yet, Switzerland, with a population smaller than New York City, holds the keys to the global financial kingdom. Why? The answer is not in their chocolate. It is in their silence. For centuries, the Swiss have mastered a very specific art, the art of neutrality. In the history books, they tell you it is about peace. They tell you it is about staying out of the way of the world's madness. In the real world, it is about being the world's most trusted warehouse for the assets of the elite. No matter whose blood is on that gold. No matter which country was looted to fill those safes. When the world burns, the wealth has a destination. While your local bank in Ohio is closing its doors. While you struggle to pay for groceries that cost twice as much as they did 3 years ago, the Swiss vaults are overflowing. They are overflowing with the wealth that fled the very collapse you are living through right now. This is stage 6. It is a controlled demolition of the American dream. And while you were watching the distraction, the exits were being locked. They lied to you about the collapse. They told you inflation was transitory. They told you the banking system was sound. They told you that the national debt didn't matter. But they knew. The elites in Washington and New York, they knew exactly what was coming. And they have been quietly moving their assets to the mountains. They have been moving them to the very place Harris told you was just efficient. In this investigation, we are going deeper than the surface. We are going into the granite, into the mountains, where the global elite keep their real records. We are going to show you the documents they don't want you to see. We are going to show you the secret agreements that ensure, while America burns, the Swiss Alps remain frozen in prosperity. You have been told to work hard, to save, to trust the system. You did your part. You sacrificed 40 years. But the system has been rigged to harvest your life's work and ship it across the ocean. They want you to look at the trains. They want you to admire the scenery. Because as long as you are looking at the beauty, you won't notice the heist. But the heist is almost complete. The door to the vault is beginning to close. In this hour, I am going to show you exactly where your money went. I am going to show you the blueprint of your own destruction. And more importantly, I am going to show you how to protect what is left before the Stage 6 demolition is finished. This is the Swiss secret. This is the truth you were never supposed to find. Stay with me, because your survival depends on what you are about to see. To understand the Swiss secret, you must look beyond the watch face. You must look deep inside the granite, inside the mountain. In 1945, as the world lay in ruins, one nation stood tall. Not because they fought for freedom, but because they held the keys. Johnny Harris tells you, the Swiss are rich because they are organized, because they are efficient. I tell you, they are rich because they are the world's most successful silence mongers. Deep beneath the snowy peaks of the Alps lie vaults that the sun has never touched. These are not just safes, they are black holes for the world's wealth. During World War II, while your fathers and grandfathers were bleeding on the beaches of Normandy, Switzerland was busy. They were busy receiving gold from the very regime that was burning Europe to the ground. They call it neutrality. I call it a business model. Gold, taken from the central banks of occupied nations. Gold, stolen from the very people who were being destroyed. It all flowed into the mountains. And when the smoke cleared, the Swiss kept the gold. They kept the gold, and they kept the silence. This is the original sin of the Swiss banking system. It is the foundation of the stability you see today. Every time there is a crisis, every time a nation is demolished, the wealth has a destination. Look at your own country right now, Richard. America is in Stage 6, a controlled demolition of your purchasing power. The Federal Reserve prints trillions of worthless paper. Every day, the value of your dollar shrinks. Your national debt is $34 trillion and growing every single second. But have you noticed? The Swiss franc remains the king of currencies. While the dollar is being inflated into oblivion, the Swiss are quietly buying real assets. They are buying your land. They are buying your energy. They are buying the very infrastructure that is failing you. Inside the devil's vault, your retirement fund is just a line of code on a screen. It can be erased. It can be frozen. It can be taxed until nothing is left. But their gold is physical. It is heavy. And it is untouchable. The elites in Washington and New York, they know this. They don't keep their real wealth in a local bank account. No. They move it to the mountain. They move it to the very place that Harris says is just efficient. Efficiency is the mask. Secrecy is the weapon. Think about the scandals, the leaks, the headlines that stay in the news for a week and then disappear. Have you ever seen a Swiss bank truly held accountable? No. Because the Swiss system is the ultimate insurance policy for the global ruling class. They have created a world where you, the American worker, are forced to play a rigged game. You pay the taxes, you deal with the inflation, you watch your 401k lose its power, while the prices at your grocery store double. And the profit from your struggle is siphoned off. It is harvested and locked behind a 10-ton steel door in Zurich. Johnny Harris showed you the beauty of the surface. He didn't show you the darkness of the vault. He didn't show you how your stage 6 collapse is actually a massive transfer of wealth. A transfer from your pocket to their mountains. This is why your bridge is broken. This is why your neighborhood is changing. It is not just bad policy, it is a heist. And the getaway car is a Swiss train arriving exactly on time. They want you to believe that gold is an ancient relic. They want you to trust their digital currencies. But look at what they do, not what they say. The central banks are buying gold at the highest rate in history, and they are storing it in the mountains. They are building their sovereign shield while they leave you exposed to the storm. Think about your family's legacy. 40 years of hard work. 40 years of following the rules. Was it all just to provide more gold for the Swiss vaults? The Swiss secret is that the mountains are full. They are full of the wealth that was stolen from the American middle class. But the heist is only half of the story. To stay in power, they don't just need your money. They need to control your every move. And the same people who built the vaults have perfected the ultimate surveillance machine. In the next chapter, we go from the gold to the cameras. We are going to show you how the precision you admire is actually the blueprint for your digital prison. You think you are free because you can still buy and sell. But the Swiss have already mapped the end of your freedom. And it starts with the death of cash. Stay with Fiscal Folklore. The vault is deep, but the truth is deeper. Johnny Harris showed you the trains. He showed you the clean streets. He showed you the harmony. But ask yourself one question, Richard. How does a society achieve such total perfection? The answer is not culture. The answer is not just hard work. The answer is coding. Switzerland is the world's most successful beta test. It is a beta test for a global digital prison. You admire their efficiency. But in Switzerland, efficiency is just another word for total transparency. Transparency to the state. Every citizen is a data point. Every movement is logged. Every transaction is tracked and analyzed. While you, in America, are still using cash and fighting for your privacy, the Swiss have already moved into the future. A future where anonymity does not exist. They have the world's most advanced facial recognition systems hidden in those beautiful ancient clock towers. They have a national digital identity that links everything. It links your health records, your taxes, your location, and your bank account into one single switch. A switch that the state can flip at any time. Think about the precision Harris talked about. In Switzerland, if you break a minor rule, the system knows. If you speak out against the consensus, the system remembers. It is a soft tyranny wrapped in luxury chocolate. But why should you care? Because the Stage 6 collapse in America is designed to force you into this very same system. The demolition of the US dollar is not just about inflation. It is about the death of cash. It is about forcing you into a central bank digital currency, a CBDC that looks and acts exactly like the Swiss model. They want to take the chaos of American freedom and replace it with the order of Swiss control. They want to know what you buy, where you go, and who you talk to. And they are using the excuse of efficiency and safety to build the walls around you. While our cities in America are falling into crime and our borders are wide open, you start to crave that Swiss order, don't you? That is the trap. They create the chaos in Stage 6, so you will beg for the digital shackles of the Swiss secret. Look at the World Economic Forum in Davos. Why do the world's most powerful people meet in a Swiss mountain town every single year? To talk about the Great Reset. They are not just there for the skiing or the scenery. They are there to study the blueprint. They are there to see how 8 million people can be managed with the precision of a Rolex, and how that same model can be scaled to manage 330 million Americans. The Swiss secret is that the elites have already left the old world behind. They have built their fortress. They have secured their gold. And they have perfected their cameras. And now they are watching from the mountains as the American system is demolished, piece by piece. Your privacy is the only thing they cannot yet fully own. That is why they want to eliminate cash. That is why they want to link your 401k to your digital ID. In Switzerland, they have already normalized this. They have made it convenient. They have made it clean. But beneath the surface, it is a web that catches every single citizen. The Swiss secret is a warning. It is a warning that the same people who are siphoning your wealth are also building your cage. They think you are too distracted by the collapse to see the exit. They think you are too afraid of the chaos to find your own sovereign shield. They are wrong. You see, perfection comes at a price. The price is your soul. The price is your freedom. And while Harris admires the trains, we are looking at the tracks. The tracks are leading to a destination you were never supposed to know about. In the next chapter, we are going to look at the cold reality of the American demolition. We are going to show you why your bridges are failing while their vaults are growing. We are going to show you how the elites are moving their own personal wealth out of the system right now. The door is closing, but it is not locked yet. Stay with Fiscal Folklore. The world is changing, but the truth is our only weapon. Look at your streets. Look at your bridges. Look at the cities that once built the modern world. What happened, Richard? Johnny Harris wants you to believe that it is just bad luck, or perhaps inefficient management. He showed you those beautiful Swiss trains and compared them to our aging tracks. He called it a difference in engineering. He is wrong. What you are seeing is not a failure of engineering. It is Stage 6. It is a controlled demolition of the American infrastructure. And while your world falls apart, the wealth that was supposed to fix it has vanished. It did not just disappear into thin air. It moved. It moved to the mountains we just showed you. Think about the math for a moment. America spends trillions on defense, trillions on stimulus packages, trillions on global relief. Yet, our power grid is a relic of the 1950s. Our trains are a joke compared to the Swiss. Our roads are crumbling like the ruins of an ancient empire. Why? Because the money is no longer in America. The elites have realized that a crumbling empire is the most profitable place to loot. They print your currency into oblivion. They drive the national debt to $34 trillion, and then they take the real value, the gold, the silver, the hard assets, and they ship it to Switzerland. They are burning the American house just to collect the insurance money. And you are still standing inside that house. While you are distracted by the politics and the constant chaos on the news, the Swiss banks are quietly absorbing the lifeblood of the American economy. They have created a one-way valve. Wealth flows out of the United States and into the Alps, but it never flows back. Have you noticed how many global citizens and billionaire CEOs are suddenly buying property in the Swiss cantons? They are not moving there for the scenery. They are moving because they know that the Stage 6 collapse has reached the point of no return. They know that the US dollar is a dead man walking, and they want to be on the other side of that vault door when the lights go out in Washington, D.C. The Swiss secret is that Switzerland has become the destination for the wealth that was stolen from your 401k. It is the destination for the taxes that should have repaired your bridge. It is the destination for the legacy you wanted to leave to your grandchildren. This is the American demolition. It is a heist on a continental scale, and the Swiss are the world's most polite accomplices. Think about the cities like Detroit or Baltimore. They tell you it's just economic change. But look at a Swiss city. Even the smallest village has better infrastructure than our major hubs. Why? Because they don't have $34 trillion of debt dragging them into the abyss. They have your gold propping them up. The elites have decided that America is no longer a viable investment. They have decided to harvest the last remaining value from the middle class and retreat to their mountain fortress. They leave you with the inflation. They leave you with the rising crime. They leave you with the broken schools. And they take the precision. They take the safety. They take the stability. They take everything. Harris told you to admire. You have been told to be a patriot, to pay your taxes, to trust the Federal Reserve. You did your part. You worked 40 years, and now, at the end of the road, you find that the vault is empty. But it is not empty because the money is gone.
It is empty because the money is in Zurich. This is the heart of Stage 6. The demolition must be total so that the new system can be built on the ashes of the old. But the new system will not be for you. It will be a digital prison modeled after the Swiss surveillance state we just showed you. They want you to be grateful for the crumbs they leave behind. They want you to be too afraid of the collapse to notice where the wealth went. But they made one mistake, Richard. They thought you would never look behind the curtain. They thought you would be too tired and too broken to seek the truth. In the final chapter, we are going to show you how to stop being a victim. We are going to show you the sovereign shield. We are going to give you the exact blueprint to move your own assets out of the line of fire. The elites have their fortress. It is time you built yours. The collapse is coming. But you do not have to go down with the ship. Stay with Fiscal Folklore. The storm is here, but we have the map. You have seen the demolition. You have seen the vault. You have seen the trap. Now, Richard, it is time to see the way out. The elites, they are not smarter than you. They are simply better prepared. They have their Swiss bunkers. They have their offshore gold. They have their sovereign shield. And today, I am going to show you how to build yours. The first rule of survival in Stage 6 is to stop being a data point. They want you dependent on their digital grid. They want your wealth locked in a system that they can freeze with a single click. A system where your life's work is just a permission granted by a bank. To build your shield, you must diversify your reality. The Swiss don't just own gold. They own privacy. They own assets that do not belong to any government. You must do the same. Stop trusting the paper. The US dollar is a promise that is being broken every single day. Look at the Swiss model. They hold physical value, gold and silver, not on a screen, but in your hand. Physical assets are the only thing that the demolition cannot touch. Think about your 401k. It is a number on a digital ledger. If the power goes out, if the system resets, what do you actually have? A sovereign shield is built on things that are real. Second, you must move a portion of your legacy outside of the blast zone. You do not need to move to the Alps, but you do need to move your mind. Start thinking like a sovereign. Diversify into hard assets, land, energy, seeds, things that people will always need, no matter how much the currency collapses. Johnny Harris showed you the beauty of a controlled society. I am showing you the beauty of a free man. The Swiss secret is that you do not have to be a victim of the American demolition. The elites have been preparing for this moment for decades. They have built their exit ramps. They have secured their physical gold in the mountains. They are ready for the dollar to die. Are you? Building a sovereign shield means taking back your power. It means no longer asking for permission to survive. You can choose to exit the system before the walls close in. Step away from the mainstream narrative. Stop listening to the people who told you that everything was fine. They are the same people who are siphoning your wealth into the very vaults we showed you. The collapse is no longer a theory. It is a reality that is breathing down your neck. But remember, while the elites have their mountains, you have a choice. Do not let your life's work be the fuel for their fire. It is time to stop listening to the fairy tales of the mainstream media. It is time to join the folklore of the survivors. Subscribe to Fiscal Folklore right now. This is more than a channel. It is your intelligence report. It is your community. And it is your sovereign shield. Activate your shield today, before the silence of the vault becomes permanent. Your family's future, your pension, your dignity, they are worth fighting for. Don't let them turn your 40 years of sacrifice into ash. Turn it into a fortress. The door to the mountain is still slightly open. Step through it before it is too late. I am Arnold, and this is Fiscal Folklore. Stay sovereign. Stay prepared.